Greetings, critical viewers. We're here with a game called Fingerbones. And it's a free indie horror game that was actually messaged to me by the developer, which rarely happens, but I am happy to play his game. And that's basically where we are right now. He assured me that it would be high on atmosphere and story and low on jump scares and cheapness. As in, it may be non-existent. So, you leave here. Actually, this door exits the game. So, don't go through there. That's what it told me on the screen before this, but I decided to start at the outset of the game. Anyway, so, this, right away, the graphics look interesting. This game was made in Unity. However, it's very pixelated. It kind of looks like it was made with Game Creator, I believe is what it's called. The same engine used to create I'm Scared, A Pixelated Nightmare, 7 Days, and games like that. Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And this table actually seems to lend itself well to a humanoid shadow, which is kind of strange. I wonder if that was intentional. Alright, let's read a note. It's my weekend to get Katie, but I'm not really in the mood. I distracted her with the TV and came here to read. I couldn't interest myself in reading, so I tried to write. I couldn't write anything more than the usual handful of disconnected thoughts and theories. Medication didn't help, and divorce certainly didn't help. Because I am not depressed, I am enlightened. This is the result of 2 decades of scientific education and philosophical pondering. This is the price of knowledge. Alright, so we've got a heavy-burdened philosophical fellow, do we? I'm not sure if Katie is his dog or his daughter, but he is apparently divorced, so I'm gonna guess that Katie is his daughter. Since he said it was his turn and all. That'd be a fun game, dog or daughter. Anyway, one time I was talking with some of my friends, my friends' friends, I didn't know. They kept mentioning this entity named Henry, and I couldn't, oh god. And I couldn't figure out if Henry was a person or a pet, because they were very vague in describing his behavior. Oh, flashlight. That comes in handy, because this corner's really effing dark. Hello, wall indentation. Anyway. Finally, I just had to come out and say it. I was like, is Henry a person? And they were like, no, he's a dog. And then I felt stupid. I don't know why I'd use my stepdaughter's name as a door lock code in my survival bunker, but whatever keeps her happy, I suppose. She's like her mother. A delicate, fragile version of her mother. Damn her. Yes, we have a very distraught stepfather over here. So Katie is his stepdaughter, and furthermore, we can, deduct from that note that she is also the password for something. It appears to be a page for a manuscript. Pop morality is too reliant on emotions, and not reliant enough on rational thought. If morality must be determined, and I maintain that it is a farce, it should not be determined by feeling. Feelings are nebulous, subjective, and changeable. Rather, it should be determined by thinking. The actions of a natural creature are natural, and thus moral, unless a concrete scientific reason can be given to prove them as immoral. Okay, so this was taken from a manuscript. I'm supposing that this was taken from a modern philosopher, considering it seems to be from the standpoint that we can derive morality from reason. It sounds kind of Kant-y, but I'm not really up on my Kant or my philosophy these days, so I might be wrong on that. Kant says a lot of things that kind of make you go, what? So this is a keyboard right here. It is attached to nothing. Actually, it looks like, okay, there's no monitor, so it looks like it's just for inputting a code, perhaps, and then triggering some sort of mechanism. Kind of weird. All right. Well, cool. Hello. When I was 15 years old, I lost my virginity. I shook uncontrollably the entire time. I felt that same primal excitement yesterday night in the cellar. What happened in the cellar? That doesn't sound good. I don't like that. Well, let's continue then. I like the cobwebs. Pretty cool. Well, there's this door. That doesn't open. There's this thing. What did that do? I think we've read all the notes in here. Morality can be determined from thinking. Oh! Right? That sounded like it was wrong. But I know that that's the right answer. That's the only name I've seen so far. Excuse me. As you guys may have observed in a video I posted earlier this week, it was correct. My voice is currently a little bit delicate. I have had a sore throat for a little over a week now, actually. And I lost my voice over the weekend. It's back now. Not 100%, but I figured it was safe to attempt the recording of a video. Anyway. It's finally happened. The whole world is a chaos of thunder and screams. And when the ashes settle, we will all be wild animals again. I am ecstatic beyond words. I haven't been able to reach Lynn for several days, and she's probably dead for all I know or care. But Katie was here when it started, and I have no idea what to do with her. Most of the town is dead. Katie and I only survived because we ran to the bunker. Perhaps this is what I've needed. Freedom from all the irrational rules and inane social values. Just pure, beautiful survival. Oh, we've got an anarchist over here, do we? Oh, you think that, we can just thrive in the wilderness. Okay. Cool. Nope. Whenever I see a hatch like this, I think of Lost. Is Desmond down there? Oh, God. Seen another life, brother. I boxed up everything that isn't practical and useful. I burned all the books that weren't for scientific edification. I'd like to store the boxes in the cellar, but I can't get them down the ladder by myself. I just piled them up near the hatch. The blood would probably ruin them anyway. Okay. What? What are you planning on doing in the cellar? Something dark happened to this man and his stepdaughter. Oh, hey, I found it. It's mine. The tool room has been her name for years now, and I can't bring myself to change it. Whose name? The tool room has been her name for years now. Well, I'm guessing he's talking about Lynn? Yeah, Lynn. That's his ex-wife. So, do I just input that into the computer? I mean, I'll do it. Don't you think I won't? I'll do it. Okay, the keyboard's lit up. That's how you're supposed to know. Lynn. Once again, wrong answer. Except it's probably right. So you can't sprint in this game, but that's okay because it's not really a sprinty game. Anyway. Hello? I am here, everyone. Katie, darling, where are you? Okay. Oh, God. These skylights aren't working. She remembered Father's Day and drew me a picture. I don't understand her. She's just like her mother. She wants to waste time drawing pictures,
and we're barely able to find enough food to survive. I turned her crayons into candles. We need more candles in case the generator goes out again, and it helps break up the monotony. I yearn for the excitement of those first weeks.
Okay, so it turns out that an anarchic state isn't actually that much fun. Well, you guys are all by yourselves, so maybe with other people it would be more fun, I'm not sure. Hello?
There are things I've wanted to do for years. Desires I've kept locked in the back of my consciousness. It's been nearly a year since I've seen a woman, and now I realize there's no practical reason to keep those desires locked up anymore.
What the fuck? What? Oh, God. I don't like that. By the way, there should be an extra S in consciousness. Just a note. Okay, well, that took a dark turn. Oh, God. I just remembered that note upstairs where he says, talking about losing his virginity and excitement. Kind of brings that into a new light. I wonder if he was talking about this? Debauchery. Okay, well, forget it. Jeez, man. I see that this tool room was very aptly named. Is that blood on the table? I think it is. Ugh. Okay, that door's locked. More tools. I changed the storage room code to something I can easily remember. NNY. The rest of the word is missing. It's not really something easily remember. Never New York. Not. What could it be? I don't even know. Nothing starts with two N's. Oh, it's Lynn backwards. That's what it is. Okay, it was backwards. That makes a little bit more sense. So I guess we go back to the computer and we type in the code again, eh? All right, let's go do it, I guess. Whatever. Just kidding. I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Let's get to it. Let's enter this code. Hello. Oh God, that sounded bad. My voice is fine, I promise. Alright, you got it wrong. Again. Well, whatever. Here, just to prove it, I'm gonna drink some water. Here. It didn't actually taste that good, but I mean, I wouldn't have made the noise if I hadn't drank water, you know? Hadn't drank something. Oh God.
I'm a bag of DNA, and I exist to make more of myself. I married and produced a daughter because my genes demand reproduction. I wrote books and created because creativity served a survival advantage to my ancient ape ancestors. Nice alliteration, man. I built this place, took refuge in it, and spent hours thinking up silly little artificial laws to live by. Because my forefathers built cities and societies to allow time and peace to reproduce and to protect their genes, dreams, loves, opinions, desires, beauty, innocence. Figments of our collective primordial imagination. Fleeting electrical signals that fire across our synapses for a pointless moment in time. They used to serve a purpose, and now they are needless confusion. And here I am, the last man on Earth for all I know, ready to be freed from them.
Well then. Things aren't going so well, I assume. Hi. That was a switch. What was the switch for? What did the switch do? Did the switch do the hatch? Let's do it. It's hatch time. I know I just made up a hatch theme song. Sorry. Maybe I have to go put in another password or something. I guess we'll go find out. There I go again with that damn phrase. I use that phrase every single fucking video. Okay. Sorry about that. That was a random outburst of anger. Not really sure why that happened. Hey. Hey.
The cellar is freedom.
So the password is freedom, is what you're saying. What are these? Are these Fingerbones? Ew, they are Fingerbones. I bet the password is freedom. The cellar is freedom. Did he kill himself in the cellar? Did he kill her and himself? I'm guessing that that's what happened. Wait, hang on a second. I thought I was the... What? I thought I was reading my own notes. Am I not? I thought I was. Oh. Okay, alright.
There's only enough food for one, so she's going to die anyway. And I'm free now. Freedom. It took the end of all humanity for me to find freedom.
What do you mean, freedom? Did you let your... What? You let your daughter starve... Your stepdaughter starve to death down here? Oh, God. Hello? Oh, no. It seems to have been torn from a diary.
She finally died last night. I don't know whether from starvation, dehydration, or blood loss. I threw her body into the woods. Her fingers, my anti-religious artifacts, my testaments to moral and intellectual freedom, are locked in the safe upstairs. I'm content in the knowledge that I haven't done anything wrong.
Really? Oh. The father didn't know why he'd come back after all these years, starving and tired. He just wanted to see the cellar one last time. With one last flicker, the flashlight died and he was left in the pitch dark. He sat on the cold floor and closed his eyes. Oh, shit. I didn't get to read the rest of that. Damn it. Well, final thoughts on the game. I really liked it. It had a very strong atmosphere, strong story, I think. Pretty disturbing story. It was darker than I thought it would be. I enjoyed the fact that there was no cheap jump scares, no cheap visual cues, in fact, and, you know, no monster crutching, as it were, for the horror aspect of the game. It relied more on telling a disturbing story than shock and awe. Visual shock and awe, I should say. However, I do have one tiny suggestion. Actually, I think at the end, it kind of ends on a sudden note. Like the screen just kind of goes dark after he reads that last note. I don't know if this is consistent with the style of the game that the developer wants to make, but I think that it might help the ending to have some sort of payoff at the end. Something that kind of fulfills all of the tension that's been building up throughout the game, because as it stands right now, you know, you're reading all these disturbing things in these notes and you've reached the heart of his bunker, you know, where the his ultimate act of evil took place. Obviously not to him, but and I feel like there has to be something there to kind of wrap it up. Now I don't know what that looks like. Obviously, I'm against cheap visuals. However, I think, you know, just for example, just off the top of my head, this isn't anything. I'm not a game designer or anything, but you know, maybe he turns around after reading that last note and he sees a female figure standing in the doorway or something. I don't know. You know, surprise, Katie's not dead. I don't know. Just something to kind of bring a more satisfactory feeling to the ending. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just kind of talking, but yeah. I overall though, I don't want to get too hung up on that. I think it was good though. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I mean, not bad. Not bad at all. I liked it. Definitely better than the majority of the free indie horrors out there, but you know, you guys knew that already. All right, well, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it. It really does help a lot. And yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I have a feeling most of the people that are watching this are already subscribed, but whatever. You can go to my one-shots playlist if you want to see more indie horror games, all contained within one video each. And there should be a link in the description to that. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Think critically.